Hello, we're going to talk about the Google Doc now. You had in the prior module a video on the planning document and how to use it. Now we're going to go on. Now you're ready. You've already done sections 1 through 3 on the planning document. What are we going to do with it? You've looked at everything, and now you're going to do the Google Doc. When you go into IP for the pre-assessment, R2 IP for the pre-assessment, and those are both going to have the Google Doc addresses that you could click right on and go to that Google Doc. I'll share it with you as well, but it is there for you to go on. Once you get there, then you'll be able to see some things, and we'll talk about that. So again, this kind of repeats the first page of that of the assignment itself is all about the assignment, the general information. The planning document in the second page always has a rubric. So you want to go by that rubric. If it says to put in the Google Doc on our technology, you know what parts to put in, make sure that you read that and do those parts on the rubric. So you've completed the planning document, like I said. You're focusing on the upper 2 solo levels. We're going to now give you a chance to get some feedback and to get some help so we can all do a great job on this assignment. So the expectations again are that you're going to enter some information into the Google Doc by the IP due date. On your module, IP, and it is about the pre-assessment. There's a due date there. You must enter the information by that due date. There on the module 3, there's also the R2 IP for the pre-assessment. It gives you a due date. Between the two due dates, you must respond to at least 2 students. I usually find out you respond more, but at least 2 students that you need to give some good constructive feedback on their work. For the pre-assessment, the feedback is only on parts A to D. So go to your Google Doc, go to your instructions, the information sheet, and look at page 2 at parts A through D on the rubric. That's what you're going to submit. So here it is again, IP pre-assessment Google Doc. This is for feedback, and it goes to the Google Doc. No entry into Canvas. I'll enter if you're on time. Again, there's late points for not, because this is important that we get this on time, so that you're having an opportunity for your peers to give you some feedback. By the R2 IP pre-assessment due date, by the way, it's 6 in the morning. I get up early. You will have responded to 2 students between those 2 due dates. Respond to 2 students, and remember, you can always make it better too. No entries made for the R2 IP in Canvas. I do that. I'll give you points for responding to your 2 students, 2 peers. But this is for you to work on the Google Doc. But when it comes down to a grade, there's one that says grade, and it talks about the final PA pre-assessment final documents. When you see this, this is the part where you're going to submit it to Canvas. You're going to take all of the information up above that you've gotten and take it and schmooze it all to make it the best evidence that you're going to show me for this assignment, assignment. And you're going to put it in as one document. It's a little bit about the Google Doc. When you go into IP or the R2 IP for the pre-assessment, there is the link. You're going to take it straight to the Google Doc. You're going to see your names on the left. You're going to see your names repeated on the right. But we're going to go to the pre-assessment, click on your name, and it's going to take you down to the pre-assessment information. Once you get here, you're going to see that you're going to do A, B, C, and D. These are the parts of the rubric. And below there, there's a place for comments. And you might note my name, the date, and then I will provide you feedback. If you want me to look at it again after I've given it, I'm going to look at between these people. Right down here, we're going to look down. And if I don't see your name there and stating that you have done something, then I will just write my name, the date, and no changes. That doesn't go against you. It's just to let you know and for me to know that I have been through that document on that day. And I think I've just already said all this, got ahead of myself. So Plan on doing each one and making the comments. It's real important. This is our time to really share with one another and help each other to get a really good assignment. So to fill it in, I'm going to give you some generalities here. Part A. Part A is the standards that are applicable to your assessment. Not all of them, just what is applicable. Just cut and paste those pieces in. Purpose, you're going to have to write it actually twice on the final assessment. But purpose, tell me why you're giving this assessment. I need to know that while I'm looking at it. Then you're going to have the pre-assessment and the pre-assessment answer key. On the instructions, it does tell you that the pre-assessment can only be 1 page long. This is only a 15-minute assessment, 1 page. It's the front of one piece of paper. Try to get your answer key the same. Sometimes if we have to draw pictures or something, it will run over. But that's the purpose. Pre-assessment can be entered, copied, and pasted into the Google Doc, or give us all a link where we can click on it and we go to your assessment. If you give us a link, please be sure to provide us with access so that we can all see that what you've done. When you turn in your pre-assessment, you might want to pull up the Likert scale, the Rich Task Characteristic Likert scale, and go through your pre-assessment and say, does my pre-assessment have these characteristics? Good self-check there. So here's the Likert scale. You want to meet that. And also be thinking about meeting student needs. This goes back to Tomlinson's work in differentiation. Even though a student may have an IEP, but I consider every child to have an IEP. We're all different. We all learn differently. So how can I meet all the students in my classroom? We have an imaginary classroom at this point, for most of us. But you're going to be thinking at that time, I've got, Susie Q has some, maybe some concerns here, and Johnny Boy he excels in this area. So what can I do to really make them show what they know? And make sure that is evident in what your expectations is for the student on the assessment. If you have questions about the Google Doc, please let me know. Take care.